Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I have to kind of redo stage 2 because it was a disaster in every single way. So, what we're going to do is we're going to skip the level. There we go. Now, to start things off with level 2, it's even more complicated than level 1, believe it or not. But the first thing we want to do, let me just see here. Okay, there we go. So this oil drum here contains a shield. This is the first thing you do. You need to grab the shield that's cleverly hidden behind this oil drum. And then once you grab it, you need to carry it as far as you possibly can. Beginning with this part here, kill this crab here, break open this box here. In this box, well, it's hard to see everything, but there's a heart, so you got your health. There's a multiple, which is somewhere around here, a homing, a rebound, and a laser. So grab all the content. We don't need the health. And then, because everything's downgraded to 1, actually, wait, no. Let's start that again.
Presented by Ada E.
Okay, so I kind of messed up level 2 really badly. So I got to do it again. So let's first and foremost, before we get started with level 2, let's try to upgrade everything at least to level 2 before we start. So level 2 is pretty complicated. In fact, it's very complicated. For the most part, you want to do things the way the optimal route does it, but I'll try to show kind of the safest way about doing things. So, first thing you want to do, you want to roll into this oil drum here. It contains a shield, and you want to carry this shield as far as you can. So, let's do that. Now, we want to kill this crab, and then open this box here. And there's your contents. You have health, which we don't need right now. We have multiple, rebound, laser, and a homing. Grab everything here. And then as soon as you do, roll through, kill all the enemies here. You don't have to break open that box, but I do because muscle memory from the optimal route. But optimize your energy wheel where you can here, and try to move forward as fast as you can because you're kind of on a bit of a timer with the shield here. When you roll off and you roll off here, try to jump before you hit this crab, or you will get knocked back, and then you'll end up missing this jump, which you do not want. But as soon as you land on here, you want to roll through because next is this section. Now, of course, I didn't optimally use my time effectively here because this is the safe route, so I jumped out of the water, jumped into the waterfall here, and took an intentional hit. Better I do that than let the energy wheel actually get bounced off into the pit by this waterfall, because this thing's a bit of a jerk sometimes. But following this part is this staircase section full with each of these robotic Goombas on every single stair. How you want to tackle this is you want to keep holding your fire button and just jump. You want to power bounce off of this first one here, and you want to kill the rest of them with the laser. So let's do that. Just as easy as that. And let's try and set it here. Okay, good. So the next section, yeah, so that section with the staircase there used to be huge problems because in older routes I would be downgraded 1 laser. But with the optimal route that I have, which is cracking open the box at the beginning there, I have my laser upgraded to full. And in the safe route, you only need to upgrade it once. So honestly, you could even skip the entirety of that first box and just try to crack the second grade box, which just contains a single laser. I don't recommend doing that. I'd recommend doing that the safe way, which I demonstrated here. But once you're past the staircase and get up here, we move on to the very tight corridor full of crabs. And this section used to be a huge reset point in the run. Not anymore, because now we got upgraded laser. So what we want to do is we want to establish this line right here. And we want to continue moving forward while establishing this line. Because what it's going to do is it's going to kill the first crab that is on the ground. Once you feel you've confirmed that you can kill the crab with the lasers on screen, you want to roll past it, because the bubbles won't hit you. They shouldn't hit you. If they do, you got very unfortunately unlucky there. But you want to roll as soon as you feel you've confirmed the kill on the crab. So let's do that. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you've confirmed the kill, start rolling. You can see the next crab coming up here. We're going to ignite a bomb. And doing this will kill not just this crab, but another one that follows him. So hold on. And there you go. That takes care of that screen. And the other reason why we do this is because of the section coming up here. If we continue rolling through this section, we actually put ourselves in a favorable pattern with these waterfalls that are going to be coming down on us. Like that. Once we're past the first two, though, we're gonna... Okay, so if I continue rolling here, I'm gonna get caught in this little pocket here. What's gonna happen when I get there is I'm gonna jump out and take an intentional hit, the damage boost forward, to the next waterfall, like that. And this allows me enough iframes to get past this fourth waterfall that's about to come down on me here, as I jump over it, like so. Whoops. Yes. Okay, so then next, you want to power bounce off of this guy here. And next, you want to crack open this box here. What this box here contains is a laser, a homing, and health. Health goes without saying. You need the health. Look at our health right now. We definitely want to fill that back up to full. I mean, in a safe route, you're going to want to do that anyways. But you also will want the laser to make sure it's fully upgraded. And if it isn't, for whatever reason, the other really important upgrade is the homing missile. We need this because we want it for the the boss at the end of this second stage, which we will hopefully get the chance to cover. But if not, what the extra missiles do get to do for us is it allows for an extra hit. The second boss is a little bit interesting. His health, I think, is not really related to how much damage you do, but rather how many hits you register on his weak point, which is the eye. Taking that into account, the missile is extra hits to the eye. So we take advantage of that by grabbing the missile here. Okay, I didn't grab it there. There we go. Okay, so in the event that you don't get an optimal pickup like that, that's fine. In the safe route, it doesn't matter anyway, because what I recommend you do is jump over into this pocket here. You'll end up missing these crabs entirely right here. By simply jumping over and going for this pocket here, you won't get hit by the crabs, and you'll end up spawning the waterfall in a more favorable spot there. It makes it a little more simple to know what to do in the safer route by simply doing that. Anyways, now that that waterfall is out of the way, long before we land on here, we're going to start rolling again and jump on this platform here. And then we want to kill that Goomba. This Goomba is pretty important here that we kill him, because there's going to be another one we bounce off of. There's also a waterfall, so we cannot do this section any faster than what we're showing now. Power bounce over him, because again, we want to clear this crab here, and we want to try to avoid damage if we can. If you don't avoid damage, it's not a big deal. We have emergency health to pick up towards the end of this level. But if you do clear him and get here, you jump up here and you roll. Like so. And then before you touch down here, you want to do a full, you want to immediately press and hold down A and B and continue holding right. This allows you to kill all threats up here and avoid any threats down here. Pretty simple. Now here you want to jump. I don't think I actually... Yeah, I failed that pretty badly. But right as soon as you get up there, you want to prepare to jump over that waterfall. Not this specific one, but the one that came before it. And doing that actually not only makes you avoid the waterfall, it allows you to kill the turret that was hanging, kind of chilling up here. And I believe, well, I didn't get the chance to power bounce off of the robotic Goomba that I just unfortunately killed with the laser instead. But if everything goes right and you jump over the waterfall and kill the turret, you jump off of this thing and you should bounce off of the robotic Goomba. And of course, you don't need to roll at any point during this because, again, you probably might not see it, but there is a waterfall right here. So we're kind of forced to wait on that. Once it's passed, though, we want to roll and initiate this cutscene. Just wait it out. Alright, so as soon as you're out of this cutscene, you want to begin rolling again. We are really in really good shape for Energy Wheel right now. So getting into Energy Wheel as soon as possible is optimal, like so. Okay, so if you roll off there, you're gonna perfectly land on this thing, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about what's in this box. It's not important. Everything should be fully upgraded. All there is a rebound and a laser, and I'm not sure what else is in there, but... Oh, you know, do I want to check what's inside? No. We'll be coming up to health. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I know for a fact that in here is a laser and a rebound. You don't need either of them. Instead, you're going to roll past it, and what's going to happen is you're going to bounce twice on this part of the ground here. On the second bounce, you want to get out of Energy Wheel and start holding that fire button down. Because what will happen is you will end up swinging up and shooting this crab that was right here hanging, dangling on the ceiling there. And it also kills the bubble he shoots out. Normally. Sometimes you might get hit by it. It's pretty rare, though, if you do everything properly like I just said. But moving on, we want to now start getting on these platforms here. There's 3 of them, and by holding down the fire button and jumping from platform to platform, we kill this turret here before he becomes an issue. Once we're on this platform and we reach this thing in the background here, you want to ignite a bomb. And what igniting a bomb will do is kill... Okay, it's hard to see him, but... There we go, okay. There was 2 crabs here and all these bubbles. By igniting a bomb, we take care of all of them. We also crack open this box here. And by what's in this box, you might ask, is... Let me just position this. There we go. What's inside this box is a multiple, a rebound, and you can't see it yet, but there is a shield. As soon as you land up here, you want to start rolling right away. And then once you reach around here, you want to jump and grab the shield. Like so. Now because we have the shield, we're invincible to everything for a short period of time. But we're now on a timer, so we have to hurry about doing this next step. Well, actually, no. We're doing the safe route, so we don't have to hurry. But in the optimal route, you have to hurry and utilize your invincibility timer to full effectiveness here. But in the safer route, all you have to do is jump, roll off here, and it's important that you roll off these platforms and try to jump out of Energy Wheel before you make contact with these guys. They won't hurt you. Well, they will hurt you if they electrocute the water. This is something I probably should mention. Be very, very cautious about these eels. If they start electrocuting the water, even shield will not protect you from damage from them. So, something to keep in mind. But, if you do this section properly, like I showed, you shouldn't have to worry about them. What you do have to worry about is actually making contact with them, because that's bleeding away time on your shield timer. Which, of course, again, on the safe route, doesn't really matter. We're going to swim up here, and normally in the optimal route, we roll off and use the invincibility of the shield to get past this waterfall here. Because what's down here is this box. And this box contains a single 1-up. You want this 1-up. Trust me, you want this 1-up. Not only is it safer, when you start doing attempts of this game, but in the optimal route, it's necessary. You miss that 1-up, it's pretty much a reset, because with the amount of death abuse that goes on in this game, you're going to need every life that you can spare to get. And this is probably the least detour one, I think, of the entire run, aside from maybe the 4-3 one at the start. So instead, we're just going to wait it out. Another little important note here, this is a pit. So you cannot swim too far down or you will die. So do try to keep that in mind when you run this game. But once you're past the waterfall section, you grab this 1-up. We want to start establishing a line. Yeah, we wanted to start establishing a line. I did a bad job demonstrating that, but you wanted to establish a line because right on this platform here is where a crab was. By killing the crab, we've eliminated a really huge threat here. But we're not in the clear yet, because coming up after this is a turret that's hanging up a little above water level here, or above the surface level of the water. And then following that is 2 more of these platforms, with each of them having a crab on them. Really ugly situation. So how do we deal with it, you ask? Well, we're going to use this last bomb. That's the simple solution. Just like that. You take them all out. You want to, probably the best time to do it is when you jump out of the water to dodge the bullet that turret shoots. And by igniting the bomb then, you end up with just a little bit of invincibility frames so that the turret can't hit you and you kill the turret and you kill the crabs. The other big reason to do it here is to optimally break open this box, which in the optimal route doesn't really matter. I usually skip this, but you can see this little beautiful thing here, which is health. In the safe route, you should grab this, because it will allow you to be a little more bold for this next part here, which is what I kind of recommend. So let's see here. Whoops. Okay, so that was not very good. I already took a hit to the bullet, or to a bubble, which is not good. But sometimes if you get a little bit caught by this oil drum, you force a crab to have a good pattern and over here somewhere. I don't think we got it, but we'll see. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, well, it was a little dicey, but we only took 2 hits out of that, which is pretty fortunate, because in reality I should have taken 3 hits there for how poorly that section was displayed there. But in the grand scheme of things, you're going to take 2 or 3 hits out of that section no matter what. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. So this section here is pretty much doesn't really need explanation. Once you land up here, you wait on that waterfall maybe for just a few frames, and just shoot down all your threats here, and just walk through this entire section because you're kind of waiting on waterfalls anyways. And then as soon as you get onto here, we're going to be bouncing off these robotic Goombas, and again, we're forced to wait on them because of waterfall patterns. But as soon as we land, we start rolling. And then we're going to roll off, and then we land on here. Quick drop right here. I didn't utilize my energy wheel very effectively here, as you can see. And that's mainly because I decided to do that one section safe with the 1-up. Really, that's all there is to it. But with that being said, that's the entirety of the first part of stage 2. Now, don't do what I did there at the end. It's kind of funny to watch myself kind of go screen wrap from the bottom and then come out the top. Do not do that. Just do not do that at all. It is very, very, very unsafe to do that. And you can actually soft lock the game doing that if you do die and trigger the water to rise up. It is a soft lock. Just try to swim at a moderate level and just stay away from the pit, really. As long as you hit a specific point in that part of the water, all you have to do is just let the level finish itself out, because it takes control of your character from there and takes you to this part of the level. So, now that we covered that first part, now comes the underwater section, which is probably going to get screwed up, and screwed up a lot. I hope I don't screw it up too badly, but let's start off by describing what's in these boxes here. Here, we have a multiple, and here we have a laser. We don't need these, really, because we're fully upgraded and we got the missile anyway. We do have a crab here, and we need to take care of him. And I recommend just going up here and then just waiting just a tiny bit to confirm that I kill both it, the crab, and the bubble. You also see this this jellyfish here. He's a problem as well. You want to kill him. Rest of this is pretty simple. Just kill everything in your way. And once you reach here is where things get a little bit interesting. So first, duck down, kill this jellyfish. That's the first main goal. Then after that, we're gonna get a little bit over and try to dodge at least these two hazards here. Then hold down to try and make ourselves descend as fast as possible. Oops, I failed that badly. Okay, so I thought I killed the jellyfish there, but obviously I didn't. Now, so our health is in kind of bad shape here, but we can still take a hit, and we are going to take a hit here. This is kind of scary, but hopefully everything will turn out okay. So I'm going to descend here, and then I'm going to hold the left wall. And I'm going to continue to hold near the left. I'm going to continue to hold left until I reach a specific point. And I'm going to hold the fire button. Once I'm past this guy here, I want to stop moving left. Because, of course, you don't want to hit these guys, right? But I want to keep moving left until I reach past him. And then continue descending until I'm just a little bit past this guy here. Down here. Then I slightly move to the left a little bit more. And that is because of the hazards there. I didn't get a chance to show them because I had to make sure I did this correctly. But there was both a robotic Goomba, as seen here, that was kind of swimming towards me. And then there was a clam here. By dropping down and ducking here, I killed the clam and him and clear the way. Obviously, this guy is still a little bit scary, but if you don't swim up, you won't hit him. So, keep that in mind. And there's more hazards still coming at you. So we ain't done yet, but this part's a little bit simple. You just hold left, and then maybe you want to hold down a little bit. You know, kind of play it a little bit cautiously. You may start ducking here, for instance. Okay, I didn't there. But you want to try to swim down a little bit and take care of that jellyfish. And then we want to swim up. Because coming up next is two squids coming straight at us from the left here. One is going to come at us low, the other one coming at us high. Well, you want to kill the one that's coming at us high, because there is a risk of accidentally swimming too high up, whereas generally speaking, you're not going to swim too low. Yeah, as you see, I already took care of the one up there. And that's probably the added bonus of having the homing missile here. So, now, we're getting kind of in the clear here, because coming up is a gray box. Right here. And this gray box contains a health. We need this. We absolutely need this. Once we grab it, we continue moving left. And we start moving towards the left wall here. You can see this jellyfish is going to hit us. He is going to hit us. And all we can hope for is that we do not get hit a second time. If we do get hit a second time, you can still make it through this section, but it's going to be very, very risky, and you do have a strong chance of dying. So, if you're not feeling bold about doing this next part, and you want to try and avoid the damage, you can. It's honestly probably what I would recommend doing. But, if you feel a little bold, just hug the wall. Okay, so, I should probably mention, as long as you reach this step here, when you get the health, and duck, as long as you touch down on this part here and duck, you should break this box open and grab the health, because it comes out going that way. Then quickly swim towards the left wall. If you do this as quickly as you can, you should be able to get to this left wall. You see, the jellyfish hasn't hit me yet. He's about to. But at this point, I already know that I'm going to get hit and get past the hazards, the rest of the hazards that are here. If you aren't fast enough and you know you're going to get hit, you should still be able to get through this next part here. So, yep, there it is. Of course, you want to keep holding the buttons. Okay, unfortunately I messed this part up, but that's okay. Messing up this part is not a big deal. You can get boosted this way. It's not the end of the world if you do. In fact, it might even put a little bit less pressure off of you in the safe route if you get boosted this way instead. Because now, I can kill that small little jellyfish and actually kind of sneak past these particular jellyfish here. Like so. And then I can kill him. I took a little bit of a hit there on that one squid. But you can see that I'm still 2 hits away from death, which is totally fine. It still allows me to get past all of this remainder clusterfuck of a section here. All that's left is the small passage here, but with the laser, it's a pretty easy section. You can see how laser just mows everything down. You also got even extra lasers and some extra health. And yeah, that's the entire underwater section. I'm actually surprised that went as smoothly as it did. Because the underwater section is a very, very, very rough section of the game. Now, okay, so now we're coming up to the boss. I mentioned about how the missile is pretty integral, and how the weak point is the eye. Let me just see here, get up here. Alright, so how this fight is going to go, let's see if... Okay, there you go. Alright, so, as you can probably tell, this is an octopus. The weak point is the eyes, and the arms are invulnerable, and they like to block shots. This is a fight where you're pretty much forced to take a death abuse, no matter what. It's a really stupid fight, but you're pretty much forced to damage boost and just get right in on his weak point. Otherwise, you're wasting probably 20-30 seconds just waiting for a chance to get at his weak point again. It's pretty stupid. Pretty stupid boss. But I have a different way of doing this fight. I do not recommend it because it can easily kill your run if you get damage boosted the wrong way. So instead, what we're going to do is, in the safe route, you want to stick up to this corner here, and then you want to start descending as soon as he stops moving left and starts slowly moving up and curving in this path. Okay, so how this fight works. He'll come on screen, and then he's going to start slowly moving up and slowly moving towards here and slowly start moving down here, and you know his arms are gonna do whatever the fuck they do. It's usually the standard same old pattern, but we need to. What we want to do is we want to wait till he stops moving left at a really fast pace there. And then once he starts moving slowly up, we want to start meeting down with him, start descending down to his weak point, and hopefully this arm here will push us into his weak point here. And then we want to do as much damage as we possibly can. Hopefully the missiles get as many hits as they possibly can on him, and then just be able to take a good get a good amount of damage, so that when you die, your downgraded laser doesn't take a significant beating. All right, so hopefully I demonstrate this properly. Uh-oh. Okay, so that was pretty sloppy, but my positioning was kind of bad at times. You might have seen that I had to shift my movement a little bit there, but that's the general gist. You get damage boosted the proper way almost every time if you do it the safe way. The optimal way may seem pretty consistent if you watch me do the run, but you can get it is completely ruined if you get damage boosted the wrong way even once. So that's why I don't recommend doing it that way. But yeah, that's stage 2. Very, very, very brutal stage. A lot of things that can go wrong. And hopefully the safe strats do make it a little bit more manageable. So that's going to do it for part 2. We'll be back with part 3.